Hey air signs, I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video on YouTube, but I'm trying to get back to this platform, and I wanted to begin again. So if you're watching this, thank you. Please don't forget to like and comment if it resonates, and subscribe if you haven't already. So I felt really guided to go with you guys because I feel like a lot of turmoil in relationships. I don't feel like it's just in your partnership. I feel like it's in relationships around you. I feel like you feel very disconnected in many ways from people right now. It almost feels like I saw a vision of someone kind of trying to come out of water and looking like they're struggling, you know, to survive, to breathe. So that's tough, you know, that's a tough space to be in. I've been there before. So yeah, it feels like you guys are going through a shedding, like you guys are kind of looking at things and looking at people and looking at the way they behave with you. And even though you love them, you're kind of realizing that certain people don't really love and value you. So, man, I just kind of went through something like this. So I know this is a tough space to be in. I feel like you guys are kind of realizing how you've sold yourself short, and how it's time to release responsibility because you've been carrying too much. So this is, you know, this is tough energy. It's tough space to be in. And it's tough to realize that people that you felt the relationship needed to be a certain way, or that it should be, that, you know, you need to walk away from it. People may be coming to you for money. Maybe, I even feel like people are coming to you with, just to carry their burden, you know, like, oh, this is going on. Like they come to you when they need you and to feed off you, and then ostracize you and make you feel small. I also feel there's some jealousy around you. All right, so let's get started. All right, so you got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Nine of Cups in reverse. So, there's also some reminiscing and looking at your life and saying, I should be further along. I shouldn't be in this position. This is not exactly where I need to be. I deserve to be in a better place. You do need to remember that we've been going through a lot in this world and a lot in society alone, kind of like the dismantling of the old system. So you've been going through a lot as well. And it hasn't brought you, with the Nine of Cups in reverse, I feel like you're like, you know, you're not really looking at all that you've accomplished, because you're being hard on yourself because you want to fast forward. And you'll know exactly when to put your foot, take your foot off the gas, off the brake, and put it on the gas. That's going to happen. Right? Because you know the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, like I feel like that's saying, like, you know, like, where is this? Because I know this exists. I know this is mine, right? So that's uncomfortable, but you're getting there. I want to say this, right? You're getting there. You have surrendered to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. You got partnerships and alliances, and prosperity begins. And porcupine spirit, time for a beginner's mind. So this is a period where you need to evaluate what these relationships and these partnerships bring to the table and stop driving yourself crazy. I recently was talking to, because I'm in therapy, and I highly recommend it if you're not. But I had therapy today, and I spoke to her about how I've kind of made a rule for myself, because I probably drove myself and others crazy with how fixated I was on the pain and how attached I was to my pain, and constantly reliving and re-talking about the same story, because I didn't know how to move past the pain and deal with the pain. I feel like you guys need to, and I say that to say, like, it feels good to finally have a boundary with myself. Like, yes, I allow myself to feel. If I have to be in pain, angry, sad for 10 days, I'll do that. But I'm not allowing myself to stay in the nonsense anymore, you know, and like to keep repeating same cycles. So there's a need for you guys to surrender to past cycles and surrender to what you hoped certain relationships and friendships should be. Also, don't allow family to dictate your life. You know, it's human nature to seek for what you need, and some people become massive users, and I feel like that's a lot of what you have around you. So the beginner's mind, time for a beginner's mind, I feel like that's coming up to say, hey, like, this isn't working for us anymore. We need something different. We need to handle things different, and we need to leave people exactly where they are, you know? And I see you guys trying to distract yourself sometimes, but you need a really good cry. But I want, like, when you have this cry and you really allow yourself to feel and cry, stop seeking comfort from the people that broke you. Stop seeking change from the people that broke you. You know, no matter how much you love someone, you can't love them past their dislike for you. And, you know, like, there's also, I feel like you guys are in a bit of a, you know, you're optimistic, but a bit of pessimism. Like, if you find yourself judging others a lot and like, they have this going on, and I don't know how they're doing this, it's because you're really miserable in your life and you're looking for something to deflect on. But with the time for a beginner's mind coming up, it's saying to you, like, let's get to the root. Let's get below the surface, because you're right. Your 10 of Pentacles, your Ace of Pentacles, it's here. And it's right there where you can almost touch it. And the partnerships and alliances, like where the two hands are grabbing at each other, I do feel like you have this need to really connect and feel like you're doing life with someone. And you do have it, right? And prosperity begins. You've planted your seed, and your fruit is going to come. The fruit of your labor is going to come, but you kind of feel like people have gotten in the way of that. And you're right. You're right. The right partnerships are going to align in your life, and it's really time for you to stop looking outside of yourself to make people more comfortable, you know, or how much, I don't even think you really realize how much you've really compromised yourself. I also feel like you have ancestors around you, maybe someone who, or maybe if you have an altar, kind of give some liquor. I see like a liquor cabinet, and someone that kept liquor in a crystal bottle, you know those where they have the kind of tops, like it looks like crystal, and they put the liquor in it. Maybe someone that did that, or maybe you have that, I don't know. Yeah, but that's your advice, guys. You're in a weird space because you feel like your life should be somewhere different, but you're carrying a lot of baggage of shit that you don't have no business carrying anymore. Or even people you have no business talking to anymore. So it's time to take a look at that. See if there's any other message for you guys. I know that's, you know, it's a tough space to be, but I know you can get out of it, and I know you're going to be okay. I feel like for some of you too, a conversation needs to be had. And even if you're angry, like if you're afraid of how you're going to say, I feel like if you haven't had this conversation, it's because you're afraid of the outcome, or afraid if you're going to look a certain way, or you're thinking about someone else too much. And you're doing yourself a great disservice. You're going to end up getting sick behind this. So 2 cards came out, strategy and attachment. I mean, this literally is confirming everything this reading has said. You come up with a strategy. Your time for a beginner's mind, scratch the old plan and the old patterns. And the attachment card coming out, the number 5 is on the top of it. And the number 5 is saying, hey, we're going for positive changes. Let's look at why we were attached to these people and stop bullshitting ourselves so we can move forward. So if you'd like to book a personal reading, the information is going to be down below. Or if you'd like to tip, or anything like that, it's not necessary, but greatly appreciated. And thank you for joining me, air signs.